I would say our first human is named Dustin. And
Hey all. From this clip on our episode on Adam and Eve, I make the claim that a potential translation for Adam and Eve could be Dustin and Olivia, if we want to preserve some of the puns happening in the Hebrew. And while I don't necessarily disagree with this claim, I think it was made in haste and it deserves to be expanded on, and a few other options deserve to be presented as well. So first, I claim that Dustin may be a good translation for Adam because in Genesis 2:7, in my translation, it reads, "And Adonai God formed the human of dust from the ground," or "And Adonai God formed the Adam from the dust of the Adamah." So clearly, this is relating humankind to the earth, perhaps indicating a folk etymology of sorts. But notably, the pun here is on the word human. Other translations will translate it as man or mankind or humankind. And most, if not all, scholars would not translate this as the proper noun Adam. So changing Adam's name to Dustin, emphasizing the dust in, may be a little problematic. However, this pun of creating this connection between the ground and humanity is lost in English unless we translate human as groundling or something like that, which just doesn't sound right in how we talk. And so I propose two new solutions if we want to keep the pun that's present in the Hebrew. And the first is going to be Manny or Manuel or something like that, because Adam is the word most often translated as human or humankind, or that equivalent, and is also the same word for Adam, the proper noun. So if we keep Manny, which has that emphasis of man, emphasizing a human of sorts, Manny may be a good translation choice for Adam. And then the second potential solution, which I think is my favorite, would be to go away with first names and just translate Adam as Mr. Dustman. This keeps both puns present. We get the dust part connected to the ground, and we also get man. So I think Mr. Dustman is kind of a fun, quirky way to get both of these puns that the Hebrew is trying to indicate without changing too much meaning. And lastly, in the clip, Eve, or in Hebrew, Hava, means to live or life or something along those lines. And I propose Olivia or live. And I think that choice still stands up if we want to do something other than merely transliterate these words and put it into something that reflects the puns. Again, these are creative translation choices, but I think are worth discussing. And lastly, my co-host recommended Harold be the name of the snake, and that was just arbitrarily assigned. The snake is just a snake. The snake has no name.